Hello everyone, this is Adrienne with Ascension Soul Coach. So today is November the 3rd, 2019, Sunday. Time has just changed and fall back for us in the US. So I'm going to do a reading tonight, and we're going to do it on Meghan Markle. I've heard a lot of things about her over the past couple of days. I've been out not reading a lot because I just didn't want to get involved in the storyline of what's happening with her and Harry and the baby. But I'm going to do a reading. But I got to show you this card. Hold on a second. This is the card I showed you that day. If you look at it, to me, remember when Meghan and Harry showed you the picture from them from behind from their wedding reception when they had the fireworks in the air, and it was black and white picture, and they were looking at fireworks. My nose itch. This is kind of reminiscence of that, of Harry and Meghan with their backs to us, right? They're happy. This is 10 of Cups. When I asked that question about was the protest going to be successful? So, and over here there's little clowns playing in the corner, or like they're fighting, or pretending they're fighting, maybe. And then up here are all animals. Like, to me, I said that there was going to be some mischief going on with the storyline about the Queen taking their title and their money and their house away from them, all right, sending them to America. So the other card that came out was the Magician, about whether that was true that the Queen had taken it away. And then it was whether or not protest was going to be successful. So this is the card that came out. So I said, well, it looks like the protest is going to be successful. It's going to be a full house. I don't know how many people are going to be there, but it seems like it's going to affect the royal family, and it's going to affect Meghan. So if they put that story out right before the protest was supposed to take place, a day or so before, I believe, and it took away all of the anger that the public had against Meghan, hoping that this story, well, most of the public, hoping that this was true, did this actually work for Harry and Meghan? Like, are they training us? These are animals, right? Are they training us how to think? Are they figuring out how to use the anger of the public against Meghan, against them, against the public, not against Meghan? Meghan is seeing that the sympathy is coming out for her from the documentary. It was 50-50, I think. Some people, if you love Meghan, you love the documentary. If you didn't love Meghan, you felt like it was the wrong thing to do for her to talk online about how bad her life was while she was over in Africa, where people were suffering in it. And that was not the initial intention of them to go to South Africa and the things that they were supposed to highlight. And some people were neutral in the beginning, and then so it wavers plus or minus, right? But no one showed up that I saw for the protest, because they took the air out of the balloon when they put that story out. People felt like, yes, we won. So that's why the 10 of Cups came out. People felt like they won. Everybody was saying, yes. See, they were protesting online. They were talking about it online, talking about what they're going to do. The media is coming out saying this, this girl, this woman has been, manipulating us all. And she's really loved the media, and she's lying and saying she doesn't know anything about the British media, but she does. But I do think that they have manipulated the media and the news stories around Meghan, and because they saw it work with the documentary. Like I said, 50% of the people probably didn't like her after that, or hated her more, or disliked her more. And then the people who liked her felt more sympathy for her. But to her, if you're a narcissist, and I'm not diagnosing anybody, but if you are a narcissist, or you're public or publicity hungry, any publicity is good. The old adage was, when you were an actress or actor, say my name, say whatever you want to say about me, just make sure you spell my name correctly. And I think that's a lot of what Meghan is. I think she's going through a lot with this media. I think it's more than she thought it was going to be. But she knew what she was getting into. She just didn't know. She had this idea that they wouldn't turn on her. So that's my opinion of what happened. So there's other stories that's come out this week about her, and she's trying to change her persona, her image in the media. Don't think it's going to work. People who don't like her are going to continue to see it's all manipulation, because it's not authentic. She knows she needs to change because she's been told she has to change, just has to turn around. The Queen has put her foot down. and the people behind the Queen. And she, let me just tell you this though, just based on my opinion, I think Meghan is trying, but Meghan's only going to try as far as she has to try. And then when things settle down, she's going to try to get her way again, and the Queen's just not going to have it. So that is my commentary for the day. Just to go over this picture, what the cards say, but the cards don't lie. So anyway, I want to get on with a quick reading today. That's my second thing. I want to see, because I have not been really I've been listening to stuff, I haven't been really following it. I want to read on, so this is November. I want to read on what's going on behind the scenes this week with Meghan and Harry. Now we have the elections here on November I think it's the 5th for primaries in America. So that's going to take some of the news headlines. We got the things going on with Trump. That's going to take some of the headlines over here. And I think they're going to try to capitalize on that to take a break, to get out of the news for a little bit. This is Harry and Meghan. So let me just read on it about what is really, really, truly going on. Okay, so we have the cards here. So I pulled these cards from the Clement Tarot. You can see that. It's based on Clement's pictures, artwork. Okay, so we're going to read the cards. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first card that we pulled, or I pulled, was the, okay, you mind putting glasses on, I can see better. These are tiny cards, very small cards. Is the World card, and the World card was reversed. Okay, let's make sure you can see it. So what's underlining everything is the issue of new adventures. If you look at this picture, it's reversed, first of all, and the heads are off. The people are hugging. So Harry and Meghan are trying to stay together. They're trying to work this out. This is it, right side up. But who's in control of the situation? This new opportunity, this new adventure they're on. This is Meghan, it looks like, and Harry. And Meghan still evidently has her head about her, but Harry's lost his head on this new adventure that they're on. There's a lot of issues with this, wanting to go out and conquer the world. Harry's lost his head. He's not thinking. Meghan's doing all the thinking for them, or most of the thinking. But they're hugging on and holding on together. This is a joint effort. It's just that it looks like Meghan is in charge of this particular venture. It's a lot of worry and stress over it, though. The second card crossing it is the King of Cups was reversed. King of Cups is someone who's in charge and who's giving and who's generous. Someone's not wanting to be very generous with these people. Or maybe they wanted the cup handed to them and they're not having the cup handed to them because this card was reversed. So this person's a little stingy, a little reckless, a little worried, probably feel like they've been taken. You know, I've given you my all. I've given you everything that you needed, the support and the love. And now that you've abused it, we're taking it back from you. Again, the title, the money, the house could be an issue that's coming up. That's what's crossing them. And then the third card is what's above them is the Ace of, the Ace of Wands. That's right side up. So what they want to show to the world is that they're going on a new adventure. That definitely, there's a new opportunity involved here for them. A new work that they're trying to get into. This is what they're working on from behind the scenes. They're trying to show and work towards this new opportunity they've been given. What's behind them is the Chariot. They want to take off. They wanted to go. They wanted to leave. Look, person's in control of them leaving. This is what they want. They wanted to take off, but they wanted to be in control of them leaving. They wanted to be the ones making the decisions and moving forward on their own terms. This is what was behind them. And they were doing it their own way. Horses, you don't see any horses in this, but normally when you see the chariot, you see horses, but there's no horses. This is just led by this one person on their own will. So they're making, this person's doing this on their own, taking off on their own, so on their own will, on their own power, on their own will. You know what I'm saying? So on their own will, this is their will to get free, to leave, to bolt, to go. Doing it on my own way. That was in the past. That's what they wanted. All the decisions and all the decisions to be made by them and the way they wanted to live their lives. And now they have at the bottom what's really, they're not showing you, what's worrying them is the Eight of Swords. Now this was reversed. This is it right side up. And this is it reversed. So it was reversed. So Eight of Swords is a person who is caught up in a web, but it's a web where they've put themselves in that web, and they can leave at any time, but they choose not to see a way out. And the reversal is that they're really not seeing a way out, how to get out of the situation, or at least they're being pushed out of the situation in the way that they didn't want to be pushed out of this way. That the decision, the resolution is not the decision or the resolution that they've come up with, which they've always had the power. They just didn't want to see it. But now they're in a situation and that's being told how to get out of it. Maybe not the way they want to leave. It's not on their own power. It's not on their own decisions. And it's making them feel more of a captive because they're not in control anymore. That's been taken away from them. And what's the outcome card is the Six of Pentacles. So, again, the Six of Pentacles is about what? Adventures? No, victories, short-term victories. So, okay. So they want to go out in the world. Meghan's always, the problem is that Meghan's been in choice of this, and Harry's lost his head over Meghan and not thinking straight, and so she's taken over. And it's caused a lot of damage. It's impeded their taking over the world. Let me get this word out. They've experienced a lot of obstacles in moving forward and conquering the world and on a new adventure, new world, new journeys, right? And because they're trying to do everything on their own, the Queen, who's the Queen of Cups here, I'm saying, has given them everything and every opportunity they've ever needed, but they've taken advantage of it and they've used it and they've abused it. And the Queen's now taken away that freedom that she allowed them to have. It could be the money, could be the house, could be where they live, that could be the titles. But right now, she's taken away the freedoms that they've had to go out and conquer the world the way they want to. However, there is a new opportunity, and they want to show the world there's a new opportunity, and they want to take advantage of it because this is where they are. We have a new opportunity. We know we've been given a second chance, so we want to be able to take advantage of that second chance. In the past, Meghan is wanting to do this all on her own, this free will, this moving forward fast, by her own will, without anybody helping her. When I say helping her, she's not playing along with other people. She's not working with other people. She wanted to do all this on her own. She wanted to be in charge. Yet again, Meghan was in charge. Meghan wanted to be in charge. So this is all a lot of her thoughts. And now Harry wanted to leave the family too, don't get me wrong. But Meghan came along and turboed it. And it just didn't go off right. So then they found themselves in a situation where they were stuck and they couldn't, they could have changed their methods a long time ago, but they chose not to. And now the Queen has taken all that away from them and given them requirements, given them what's the word? The queen is giving them, so the queen is taking this away from their own ability to make these decisions, and she set some guidelines and parameters that they must meet. So they are trapped. They're further in the trap. They thought they would trap being royals, people, the media, dealing with the people who didn't like them, the media. Now they got to deal with the queen. The queen's like, okay, I've got demands, and you're all going to meet these demands because you just messed everything up. You're messing up. So I've got to take control now. So when they thought they were in the beginning that they were stuck in this situation, they're triple stuck because now the queen has taken the ability for them to make their own decisions. So what the outcome is going to be, short-term victory. Meghan, this is little Archie. Either it's going to be Archie or this is Harry as a little boy, because she always feels like she's his mother. She treats Harry like she's his mother, not his wife. But there's going to be a short-term victory. She doesn't look too sure of herself, though. It's why I think it's going to be very short-term. This child, again, is being led by Meghan. Meghan is in control, the one with the head and the thoughts and the ideas. And Harry done lost his head over her. So if Harry's being led around like a child by Meghan, this could either be Meghan or Harry or Archie. I believe it's Harry. She's still going to try to take control, and it's going to be a short-term victory for her. This new opportunity that they're taking and meeting the parameters and the guidelines of the queen is, I believe, going to be short-term. She's giving them a fresh start, but it's not going to last. That's what I think they're working on this week. They're figuring out what those parameters are. They're having to follow the queen's guides, and she's made the determination of what they need to do to stay in the royal family, to stay as royals, to earn her trust back. You know, she loves her grandson, but people got to do what people got to do. That's what they're working on this week. Okay, so I want to do one more reading. This reading is on Prince Charles. This is the Maat Tarot, M-A-A-T. So, I want to know how Charles is dealing with Harry and Meghan's situation. So we're going to do these cards really quick. I'm going to do 3 cards. That should answer my question. Give it a little time. How is Charles, Prince Charles, dealing with the Meghan and Harry situation this month? How is he dealing with it? What is his role in this situation? Is he ignoring them? Or is he letting the queen handle everything? Or is he heavily involved? I'm answering the question. That's why I'm not taking these cards right now. I haven't finished answering the question. Or is he heavily involved in the resolution? And I need 3 cards. Someone laughed at me how I was shuffling my cards. And I said, I'm not shuffling to play a game. I'm shuffling to find an answer. I'm going to put this in the present, past, future. One card for the future for Charles. That just popped out. So it's reversed. Okay, so in the past, Prince of Coins. If you can see that, let's get this clear. Prince of Coins. So someone new and mature. So Prince Charles just thinking that Harry was new, he was immature, he wasn't handling himself very well in life. He was the understudy of Prince William. He wasn't happy, he was sullen. He's always thinking about what he wanted to do. He wanted to be more than what he really was. Mentally and spiritually, he just wasn't there. Whatever issues was haunting him, whether it was his mother's death or what, and they knew it, whether it was just maybe he's bipolar, maybe he's just depressed, I don't know, sullen, could be just sullen. They knew there was a problem with him. He just wasn't comfortable sitting where he was. He wanted to do more, be more, and he's always dreamed about being more, doing more. So Charles knew that about Harry. So presently, Queen of Cups, again, has come up. The Queen of Cups is in charge. It's mother. It's the mother. It's the nurturer of the family, right? So, yeah. See, Prince Charles is looking to his mother. So I asked, was Prince Charles doing all the work and helping to solve the problem, or was it the Queen? And I believe the Queen right now, and he's relying on the Queen very heavily to help resolve the issue between Harry and Meghan. I mean, it could have been the Queen of Swords because that's a decision maker, someone who's very savvy with language communication, who helps her king, but she's the queen. But this is doing it in a loving way, motherly way. So this is his relationship with his mother. He's relying on his mother to help Harry and Meghan. And so the last card is in the future position is the Four of Swords. So Prince Harry is hoping that his mother is going to be able. Well, first of all, Harry and Meghan are going to go into isolation, right? He knows that his mother is going to send him away into isolation. They are going to wait. He knows that they're going to go away. He knows that they're going to go away in isolation. And he is hoping that right now, his mother, the situation with his mother, that this decision that they've made to send him away to America, to take time away from their royal duties, is going to resolve their issues. So, but right now he thinks, Prince Charles thinks that the best thing is for them to go away and take some time apart from the family and be in isolation away from all the media and the hoopla that's going on. So he's going to rely very heavily on his mother and her decision into making this happen with Harry and Meghan. So Prince Charles is going to step back and let his mother handle this. And he thinks that the way his mother's handling it right now is hopefully going to work. It's going to be beneficial to everybody in the family. Okay. So, like I said, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. It's going to be a quiet week with Harry and Meghan. They're still working on these things with the Queen and the royal family, how they're going to resolve these issues. So we just need to wait and see and let them work this issue out. So one of the things I want to say, I just want to pick a card for the day, to end the day's reading. I'm just going to pick a card. And the card that I picked today is Eight of Coins. So they're going to be working hard behind the scenes to make this thing work. To make this life work, make these choices work in their life, to have a happy relationship or a happy life, whether it's together or apart. They're just going to work very hard on making this thing work this week. It's the month of November, actually. I think it's going to be the whole month of November. But we're going to eventually, I think, hear something very soon before the end of the year about Harry and Meghan that's really truthful. It's going to come out from the palace or from Harry's PR and Meghan's PR group. It will be coming some real news soon, probably within the next 2 weeks. That's what I'm feeling. So we'll see and we'll wait. But I think right now we just should let them just rest and get their lives together and see what happens in the next couple weeks, right? And wish them well. So one thing we know is the cards don't lie. And there's always something else to talk about tomorrow. So thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you all again another day. Okay? Thank you very much. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to read with me, Ascension Soul Coaching at gmail.com. Readings start at $30 for 30 minutes. We talk about careers, life, relationships, friends, anything you want to talk about that you need help with, or just need someone to help you come up with a solution. So anyway, again, thank you all. And I'll talk to you again another day. Thank you. Bye.